Hey everybody, how the heck are you? I'm Fastidious and welcome back to my channel. It is day 70 in the free-to-play series. We are finishing our 10th week of this series, of this channel, of this account, of everything. It's really crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. And what better way to finish our 10th week than by making our 10th 6-star champion? That was Under Priest Brogni. What a great one to do it with. Pretty fun stuff. Very excited that I finally get to build him. I'm also really excited in today's episode. I feel like I'm finally doing content that I actually want to do. I'm not doing stuff because we have to for a tournament or an event or a fusion, so on, so on. I'm just running a lot of Minotaur, getting the Masteries and all the great champions we've accumulated over these 10 weeks. A lot of other stuff to get to as well, so stick with me and let's hop on it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Here we go, guys. It is day 70 in the free-to-play series. We are 10 weeks into this thing, which is nuts. That is crazy. What better way to finish off our 10th week than with our 10th 6-star champion right here, Under Priest Brogni. I got him done in between last episode and this one. And yeah, you see he's only at level 20. So why is that? Good way to show you one of the big things I've been working on today. Actually can kind of show you through the missions here since that's popping up. He's only been leveling up in the Minotaur's Labyrinth, which is a great way to get your masteries and also get a passive kind of secondary bonus of leveling a couple under-leveled champions at the same time. So you'll see the one right before this was to run, I think it was 10 runs of the Minotaur's Labyrinth, stage 10 or higher. Yeah, get that done. We did them on stage 15, obviously. That's where we've been since like week 2 or 3. I'd have to check the daily progression log. But yeah, and then it was this one. I have this energy. I'm sitting on it. I'm going to save it. But yeah, pretty cool. I'll show you the team we've been running in Minotaur. This isn't the fastest team we have, but this is the team of probably the 5 most important champions on the account right now. Or at least the 4, and then Kale. We need Kale in there. He's the only one whose masteries are fully completed. So that guarantees that he will be getting those scrolls, so it can only be spread among these 4. So just to explain if it's not clear, Apothecary is probably the best overall build we have on the channel now, on the channel's account. Eventually, I think that Deacon Armstrong will take that throne when he gets slightly better gear, and we finally get him to level 60, but you will see he's fully ascended now. That's another thing I've done since last episode. And then, of course, Skullcrown, she is our heroine. She's the leader of the arena team. She's everything. Brogni probably eventually will be the single best champion on the account. It's going to take some time though. And then yeah, those are the 4. So I'm just going to keep, I think I'm just going to run this whenever I have time, ad nauseum, forever, until all of these guys' masteries are finished, because I want them all fully mastered. But yeah, you see I'm training up, Deacon Armstrong's not all the way done. He was at what, level 48? Is that what he was at? I shouldn't have X'd out so fast. 49 now, cool. And then Brogni's gotten up to 12 and whatever, the 15 runs I've done here. But that leveling is convenient because I actually have not done any campaign farming since I went to sleep at, I don't know, 2 a.m. last night or whatever. So I did get a bunch more in, but nothing more since. And somehow, some way, we're holding on to first place, which I love to see. I said I didn't want to push this, but I felt obligated to because it was such an easy group. And my prediction, or my initial sussing out of the group, seems correct. Because I could very comfortably be over 6,000 points if I, gave a darn. But I've just been coasting. I'm happy to hang out here. I'm going to go at least as far as the 7250. My guess is we can win this group with like 9,000 points. 2.5 days left. I mean, pretty comfy. I love to see it. I really do. But we're talking Minotaur not just because we're leveling champions there. That is the secondary effect, right? The main thing is to get masteries. We got 4 of these red dots, everybody but Kale, as I mentioned. For anyone who doesn't know, Kale's the only champion we ever bought masteries for with the 800 gems. Everyone else I'm going to do organically by using gems for energy refills, not for straight up buying the masteries. At stage 15, it's a lot more efficient. You can save about 200 gems. It costs about 600 to fully master one. 600 gems worth of energy refills on average to fully master one champion. So we got all these red dots. Let's see what it's all about. How much have we actually gotten? So we have 149 more scrolls. I think these tier 3s cost 80. These are the green scrolls. Actually, what are the names of these scrolls? I never remember. No, they're not going to tell me. Great. I think it's like, must be superior, common, and greater, right? Something like that. Sorry if I don't know that. That's pretty niche raid trivia, even for me. So, guys, what to do with Skullcrown? Obviously, I'm going defense tree. The next obvious one that's a must for the defense tree is Resurgent. Resurgent's an amazing mastery, has a 50% chance to remove one random debuff from this champion when they lose 25% of their max HP or more from a single enemy skill. So this is really good for a softer champion, a more fragile champion like a Skull Crown, but honestly on almost any champion you unlock the defense tree for, because in the arena or something, or even in boss waves, or waves leading up to a boss in a dungeon, Doom Tower, or the boss itself, if they have some kind of CC on you, if that's the one debuff, there's a chance it will be stripped right off. So 50-50 if someone puts a stun on you in the arena on a big hit, someone like an Iron Braga with his A2 that hits really hard and puts a stun, just immediately cleansed off. So this is one's a must. Then I'm looking here, which tree do we want to prioritize right now? So here, Cycle of Violence, this is a really good one for PvE content for Skull Crown. Usually she will die after just 2 or 3 turns in an arena battle, an arena round. But this one's really good because a lot of times she hits so hard that she's gonna, she needs the damage inflicted by a skill to exceed 30% of a target's max HP. That's gonna happen all the time in all content. But in PvE content where she stays alive for more than just a couple turns, can really benefit from getting the cooldown on the A2, which is the one that really smacks and puts out the AoE weaken, coming back a lot faster. So I'm sure we'll probably do that one. What do we got over here? Bring it down. Higher max HP. This is one we'll probably definitely want for her. Wrath of the Slain, we don't care about that one. I mean, it could be nice since she has the unkillable, and sometimes she's the last one standing in arena. But this is, you don't want to plan for the rest of your team being dead, ideally, right? Shadow Heal is this one, I don't care. And then what was this one? Bloodthirst, it has a little heal, I don't care about that. So for sure we're going to take Resurgent, but it's with only 140 of these green scrolls. These cost 80, but the tier 4 costs 120. Sorry, I'll be faster as I get through other champions. I thought I'd just really spell things out, talk you through my thinking with Skull Crown, our first one I clicked on. I think I am going to prioritize defense tree right now, which might sound crazy because of course we want to get Helm Smasher, 50% chance to ignore 25% of a target's defense. That's just going to help her smack even harder on all those AoEs. We are going to want to work down to that, but I think more important is to get Retribution and Deterrence. This 50% chance to counterattack when this champion loses 25% or more of their max HP, which happens constantly in the arena, constantly. I mean, our Skull Crown is really, really a glass cannon. She's very fragile, very squishy. And then also Deterrence, another 20% to counterattack when another one of our allies is CC'd, crowd control, with stun, sleep, fear, true fear, or freeze. So that's another 50%, 20%, and then we already have, what is it? Is it 25%? It is, right? From our Avenging set? 45%. Wow, I'm insane. I forgot they buffed it. I don't think it was ever 25%, though. I think it was 35%. But still, with the Avenging set, with the Retribution, and with the Deterrence, I've been talking about this on and off for weeks now, ever since we got her. But it's multiplicative, so it's not additive. It's not like you can add all that together and we have all of a sudden over 100% chance to counterattack. But we're going to be looking at like 80% chance when we're hit with a crit that we're going to counterattack, which is remarkable. And with how harder A1 hits, especially when it double hits on champions with full HP or high above 50% HP, it's nutty. It's really nutty. So I think it's more important to focus defense tree. I recommend you guys, after you get your first 3 or 4 maybe tiers, for me it's about 3 when I decide, I only want to focus one tree. Because if you keep splitting, you're going to get to the juicier, the more exciting tier masteries, the tier 5 and then eventually the tier 6 one, whatever the single tier 6 one you choose. That's going to take longer to get to because you're going to be dividing out, you're going to be spreading too thin your scrolls. So I'm going to go Resurgent. That's the point I'm making. Then we're going to go probably Delayed Death, I would think. Yeah, we're going to go Delayed Death, which is really nice. Just slowly reduces the damage this champion receives from a specific enemy by 0.75, and this will continue to stack 4 times until it's at 6%. And then we'll go boom, and then boom. Perhaps once I get Retribution, instead of doing the next, whatever this is, 200 red scrolls onto Deterrence, then maybe we'll focus straight down. But again, I recommend you don't do like, so you see I'm only going to do Delayed Death for the tier 4 one here, right? The tier 4 of the tree. I don't recommend then I do 2 of the offense tree. Just do 1, get to Helm Smasher, whatever the tier 6 you want, as fast as possible. So the order we're probably going to go is Delayed Death, Retribution, wait on Deterrence, almost certainly. Then we're probably going to go, I think, Bring It Down is the main, either Bring It Down or Cycle of Violence. I think we will definitely skip Wrath of the Slain, as I said. We'll decide that when it comes. Then we will do Methodical, because we're going to keep getting those procs, right? So that counts as a use of the default skill of the A1. So we're going to do Methodical, and then we will go to Helm Smasher. And then we'll fill out the rest as we go. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty excited about Skull Crown. Let's go a lot faster. Let's just go into these. So we have enough for one more Apothecary Mastery. It has to be from the offense tree. Less than 40%. Damage increased by 8%. Life Drinker I don't care about, and for sure we don't want... he's not going to be killing many enemies. We don't need Whirlwind of Death, so we're going to take single out for him. Let's keep it moving. Here's Deke the Freak. Guys, had a long discussion in Discord today about this mastery. This mastery, it's only a tier 2 mastery. Who thought it'd be so controversial? But me, and shout out to Buttness, one of the more dedicated viewers and friends of the channel. Charged Focus increases accuracy by 20% when this champion has no skills on cooldown. This is a no-brainer for almost any support champion, any debuffer in the whole game. But with Deacon Armstrong, we couldn't decide if this made sense, because if you think about it, he always leads any battle, any situation, his AI, naturally, because it's what he should do, he leads with the A3, time compression. Fills turn meter of your guys, decreases turn meter of their guys, grants an extra turn rate. Then he goes in for the big AoE debuff move, decrease defense. So you wouldn't get the benefit on this, right? Of that extra, what does it come out to? The extra 20 accuracy, right? Because you led with the A3, so that's on cooldown. And for that Charged Focus to work, no skills should be on cooldown. So by the time this comes up, there is no bonus because a skill is on cooldown. I spelled that out pretty clearly, I think. However, I was thinking this made no sense. A lot of us were. We eventually figured it out. Of course you need it because decreased turn meter of all enemies by 15%. That requires some accuracy. So you still get a benefit, still take it. But with Deacon, you gotta think a little harder about it. A lot of these things are strange. We also tested out on Buttness' account. He was nice enough to do it. He actually did the test not with Arcane Celerity, but with Rapid Response, which is the same thing as Arcane Celerity, but it's with buffs cast as opposed to debuffs cast on enemies. But I was thinking, wouldn't he benefit from this? Because if we read Arcane Celerity, this is also very often a no-brainer on debuffers that you put it on Arcane Celerity. Has a 30% chance of increasing the turn meter by 10% when a debuff cast by this champion is removed or expired. But if you think about it, once Deacon's fully built out, basically all his moves are cycling every other turn. We've gone over it, but I'll do it really fast. Time compression, this move goes, it'll be on a 3-turn cooldown. It goes extra turn, so effectively a 2-turn cooldown. Then we get Sweeping Retribution. When this is booked out, it'll be a 3-turn cooldown. That goes, but this is effectively 1 turn. No one goes in between because you are immediately granted the extra turn. Then you get the A1, that's always up and running. But then, 2 turns have passed with the extra turn and then doing the Sweeping Retribution, time compression's back on the next turn. So it's every other, right? And then once time compression goes, grants the extra turn, time for Sweeping Retribution. And if we look at Sweeping Retribution, hope everyone's with me right now, attacks all enemies, books out to 100% chance of a big version, 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. You're going every other turn. You're almost certainly always going to be faster than your PvE enemies. You know, the enemies in dungeons, in Doom Tower, in campaign, so on, wherever you're going to use them, right? So there would be no time where this will be removed or expired. I guess it could be removed if it's like cleansed off in the arena by someone before you get to go again, so that you could get a slight benefit. But mostly you're looking for when these tick off and they expire. But this is coming back every 2 turns. He's a lot faster than they get to go. So actually Deacon will be replacing the old one with a new one well before those 2 turns are even up. So you're going to have that 100% uptime. Only chance this could come into play is when he's weak hitting and not getting to place the second one. But I think this is actually kind of a must-skip one for Deacon, believe it or not. Maybe not. You can decide if you think there's anything worthwhile. Also, guys, I went defense tree. You could also obviously go offense tree. The only real benefit I see is War Master. But I mean, if you're using him in a lot of PvE content, specifically the clan boss, or I guess artifact dungeons against those bosses, whatnot, War Master could be really cool. I only really see it worthwhile for clan boss. And I think the benefits of the defense tree are too good to pass it up. But here, Exalted Death, don't care about it. He doesn't put out shields, so we don't need it. So let's pick one more here. Damage from AoE, not as good as this one, I think. Decreased damage received by this champion by 8% when he's hit with a crit. He's going to be hit with crits all the time, especially as we get higher and higher in Arena. So I'm going to take Improved Parry. All right, let's keep it moving. We got Brogni. I haven't done anything for him yet, and now this might actually take a bit longer because I haven't decided. Maybe I actually won't even decide on video. We have to see what to do for Brogni. So there's a lot of things to consider here, right? Brogni is going to be in like almost all content. Are we going to use him in Arena is the question. I think very, very, very likely we will. He can take that spot right now in the Arena team that sometimes we use Apothecary as another speed booster or Kale as another nuker. I mean, once Deacon's fast enough, we don't really need another speed booster, at least right now, on the basic team. And then we don't really need another nuker once Skullcrown's a bit better. Perhaps, but I think there's a good chance we'll want this defense tree for all those benefits you get in PvP content. For sure, I think we're going to be taking the support tree. I think it just makes sense. And then offense, I mean, we're going to use him in like all content, especially all PvE content, including the clan boss, which makes me think War Master. We're really going to want War Master. I think we got to go offense and support, the basic thing. Why support? Well, we got... I did book him out. I'll put a clip of it right now from earlier when I threw books on this guy. We got, I'd say, pretty unlucky, but it could have been worse. On my main account, actually, I had to use all 12 books to fully book him out. I was saving up legendary books for 4 months, and the first 10 books landed on the A1 and the A2. Anyone who's been watching knows I think the A3 is what it's all about. On this one, we got kind of lucky, as I'm sure you're seeing right now. We got the A1 on the first one, then the A2. So I was like, oh my god, 2 books left. Maybe we'll have then the A3. Maybe we'll get the A3 booked out with these 4 legendary books. That's it. And that didn't happen. 2 more on the A1. It's bad RNG. But for this one, HP burn, you're going to want, that's a debuff. You're going to want some support, some accuracy stuff. And then, of course, here you get a chance to remove a random buff from all enemies, so that you need accuracy for as well. But then you're also probably gonna want support tree because he puts out all these buffs, and then I mean you're just really gonna want lasting gifts as well as not arcane celerity. Where was it? But actually rapid response, which is the same thing, but it's when a buff expires. So yeah, I think we got to go support, and we've got to go offense. So offense, we will grab crit rate, and support will start off with accuracy. Yeah, we'll unlock that branch. Thank you very much. We'll grab the crit damage. A little extra damage never hurt anyone, especially against bosses. And then also to help beef up the skill that comes with his A2, where you can make the shields even beefier based on 30% of the damage dealt from that AoE move. So give him a little extra chance at damage. Here, Exalted Death, don't care. Shield Bearer, this is a must. This is obviously a must for him. And then I think we will skip all of these, and then we will grab this guy right here. But I don't know, because his AI, right, he leads with the A3, not the A2, or the A1, obviously. So we probably don't need Charged Focus. I'll decide that for next time. There we go. Took a little while, but a lot of masteries. It's a mastery-heavy episode. Yeah, you guys saw right there, we put 4 books into Brogni. So the work in progress continues to be working in progress. It will take time, but he's 6-star now. He's got 4 legendary books in him. Probably take another month and a half, 2 months minimum for him to be in a comfortable spot books-wise. I don't need him fully booked out. I actually don't care so much about the A2. Would be nice, but really, I'd really want to get lucky here and land this A3. But we also got another book. Where are you? Actually, before we do it, let's go into CVC. Why did I save all the books? It was for CVC. My clan, Angels of Destiny, Dose, we are getting smacked. We are going up against quite a whaley. Will this load? This didn't load for me earlier. Yeah, has anyone else been having this glitch? Shouldn't I get all the members on both sides here? But these guys are real whales. They're all like count level 80 plus, and they're some real gamers. So I don't even think we're going to get 1 ring, which is really sad. But it's all about the milestone rewards, right? I was hoping, the reason I wanted to come in, I was like, maybe we'll have milestone 10 ready in time for the video. Another epic book that we could throw on Deacon. But alas, it was not the case. But look how well shout out Angels of Destiny 2. Look how good we did. Look at all this stuff. Really good. Rewards are still nice. I will say, they've officially decided how much it's going to take to be in higher tiers. And it's B to the S. I mean, you got it to 1.8 million just to reach tier 2. Even on my main account, I don't think it's gonna be really hard for my clan to get up there. I don't think we are. And the rewards are so marginally better. You get 1 more epic book, like it's crazy. I think for a lot of us, it's gonna be all about tier 1. You get all your milestones, and then you see if you get a couple rings or whatever happens. Whatever, it's okay. I'm happy with all this stuff. Free energy, a lot of free 3-star chickens again, and then eventually we'll get this epic book sometime tomorrow. But we saved all our books. Our booking on Brogni, of course, that I showed you, and then now Deacon, who we're going to take a look at. We had 1 more for him. We saved that to help the clan out get a little bit of extra points. And we also saved a lot of our ascending. So we ascended Deacon, And yeah, I'm gonna try to have Yoshi fully ascended sometime tomorrow, before tomorrow's episode. But you'll see, we're all at epic books now, but we had one, and it landed on the A2. So nice that it didn't land again on the A1. I'm still convinced that we're gonna have to get pretty lucky to not have to fully book this guy out at all 13 books. We need one more for the A3, that's an absolute must. And honestly, we need these two. We need this, we're only at an 85% chance right now on the AoE decreased defense. We need that 100% chance, and then we really need this on the same 3-turn cooldown, so these are basically one move, because it goes boom, boom, and they will always be a tandem if they're on the same cooldown. And then this, yeah, I'm sure we'll hit it unless we somehow go 3 for 3 on these guys. But if we do, I will stop. I don't need that extra 10%. I'm happy with 40% chance on each hit, you know, for the leech. That's more than enough for us. Maybe we'll throw a sniper on him later. Who knows? Doesn't really matter, but who knows? Cool. I think you're all caught up on that. You saw we're doing great in the champ training. I don't even know what this red dot is, so let's look at it. It must be Dungeon Divers, right? Look at that. Another artifact enhancement event coming up. Pretty glad it is, because I didn't go out of my way to exhaust all our silver, as you can see. I just stopped instead of pushing higher rewards, so this way we can get some more energy out of that one for sure. But Dungeon Divers, what do they got for us? I had nothing. I guess that was just the notification that the new artifact enhancement's coming. Yeah, Dungeon Divers, whatever. I mean, I never intentionally push this. You just get it passively by, you know, doing your normal dungeons, your normal campaign farming, whatever you're going to do. And yeah, you get a couple nice rewards out of it. Who the freak cares? Not so much else, so much more to show you guys. So let's just hop in Arena and call it a day. What do you say? Classic Arena. It's been hard in here. We actually, one of the missions before these Minotaur's Labyrinth and Masteries missions was get to Silver 3 in Arena. I was like, perfect, auto-click. And I realized, since I'd been doing whatever, we'd fallen out of Silver 3. We've actually been in like low Silver 3 the whole week. It's pretty rough. Yeah, nothing so much to brag about. It's not too good. I wonder, is the defense getting beat up? Nah, it's not that bad. On offense, yeah, pretty good. Only 3 losses. But yeah, I should probably be more on top of this. We're getting outsped left, right, and center. It's crazy. There's a Brogni team. I'm sure they would beat us. Kendrafon's very scary for a team like mine. There's a Maneater. I don't know if there are any wins here. I guess let's just try this Kendrafon team. Usually, guys, if you can't find one, but you just want to get one battle in, like maybe you just hit 10 tokens and you just want to get in, try the first one. This is the one, you know, you get the least reward from it because it's usually the team that's been beaten up the least on. At least I think that's how the algorithm works. Yeah, let's do this team. We won't put in Apothecary. We'll go double big hitter, assuming that we're probably going to proc Seeker's passive. I'll just show you really fast. This thing's so annoying where he gets the AoE big version increased defense right off the bat. So let's go. We should outspeed them, right? Because they have Seeker as the lead with the defense lead. But look how fast he is. He's faster than Yoshi, even with the 23% speed lead out of Skullcrown. So that's kind of crazy. Let's see how we do it for this. So now we'll get to go in. You see that the turn meter reduction on top of the turn meter boost from Deacon is kind of huge. I know there we weak hit on Seeker, which is a bummer, but also we didn't crit on him, right? So at least we didn't have to proc his increased defense. And there we go, AoE, which is nice. But he's fine. He's fine. All right, Zargala cuts in. No one's getting poofed. So this is tragic luck. I will run this back if we don't win. And it looks like we won't. Okay, maybe. We won't. We're not going to beat that Kendrafon. That's so annoying. We got AoE, and did anyone get poofed? Maybe Foley got poofed, I think. I don't know. Well, now I can't run it back. Let's see. I would love to get one win in. This looks like a doable one. Could be tough if they're really fast. It's all about speed, and I hate that. I hate that there's just no strategy and it's all speed. But that's Raid Shadow Legends for you. Let's try this one. This will be the last one regardless. Hopefully we can climb back to Silver 3. They are faster. Come on, Yoshi. Look at all those buffs. Cut in. All right, Yoshi finally cuts in, but we got 2 True Fears on us. That's really the downside, guys, of running a team with a shield champion that has like a shield set on him, is when you face Madame Saris, she can just go for the steal, and then if she gets it, she puts out the True Fear and puts out the block debuffs on her team, which is just very frustrating. All right, hopefully we don't get poofed. We didn't. All right, now we have a decent shot here. This would be nice to have Apothecary. If we ran this back with Apothecary, then it would be almost a certain win because we know we'd have some heals. We didn't get poofed again, which is nice, but it looks rough. Down she goes. Come on, guys. There's no heals, and she has a passive heal that she gets in her own kit. So, decreased defense. All right, at least we got that. This looks bad. This Madame Saris is a tank. This stinks. Should we just throw it on auto? There's nothing special I can do myself right now. Come on, guys. Come on, team. Let's go. It's gonna be close. My guys hit like nothing is the problem. I guess maybe I should put it on manual because that was such a waste of the A2 when the decreased defense was up. Because the HP burn would do more damage than any of the active skills that these guys have. Let's speed it up. Nope, we got feared out. Great. At least it was just fear, not true fear. Then you don't lose the cooldowns on your skills. Put some fear on her now. Great, so nothing. Even though it's a 75% chance we haven't hit her with it once. I don't think we have, at least. Cool, so this is why I mailed it. There we go. Hi, I think we will win. Bit of a slog. Haven't had one of these in a while. On video, at least. Come on, come on, come on. You got it. Look at this. Even with the 4-turn cooldown on it, effective 3-turn, you still see how quickly he's coming back around. But because we fought the easy team, it wasn't enough to get us. Look at that, 1599 out of 1600. That's the way the cookie crumbles. We'll wrap up right there. Guys, thank you so much for watching. 70 episodes I've been doing this. If you've been here for all 70, I know at least like 2 of you have. So let me know in the comments because that's so cool. If you've been here for just like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 or something, and you've yet to subscribe, please do so. We are so close to 500. It would be awesome. We're like less than 40 away from 500. It's a cool mini goal. Our big goal is 1,000. But you know, it's free to play. It's free to click. Anyway, I've been Fastidious. Thanks so much for watching.
Fastidious.